Hi, guys. Give me a second. I'm actually responding to Abigail's post right now. It's hard, y'all. Okay, so well, Georgia needs to inform the rest of the country, specifically the West Coast. It's hard. Elizabeth, do you have this where you see people working on the paintings and it's like kind of killing you because you're like, oh my God, I love it. It's turning out so good, but you want to work on it, but you have too much other shit going on? Because Hades and Persephone, Abigail's like killing it. She's got so much of it done already. Okay, so speaking of orders, hi, Carol, Abigail, Cooter, Elizabeth. Beaver made it. Did I miss anybody? Not anyone that's talking. Okay. Hi, Rosie. I don't see. Oh, wait. Did I miss Shopi? I think she like slid right past me. Yep. Hi, Shopi. Hey, Amanda. Um, I need to wash my hair. I've been taking showers, but I've had so much to do. So I'm like, I'm just going to skip washing my hair. I'm going to skip washing my hair. And it's been like a week now and I haven't washed my hair. But all of our orders from wave 3 are shipped out. Except for 2. There was 2 orders that came in yesterday, so I have to get those done. But most of the orders went through UPS. That went out on Tuesday evening, and then yesterday, there were a couple that had to go USPS, and then people who just ordered scoops, and everyone's replacement drills for Galaxy number 7 is all out. Hades and Persephone are now Dom and whatever her face is from the book you're reading. Hey, Khadijah. Sophie, I woke up from a nap. I was up this morning, but then I took a nap. I was getting too tired. I couldn't focus. So yay to getting Amelia. I've been in touch with her since she was one of the first. But she was doing a lot of conventions and stuff. And then it turns out that they're in a less than ideal living situation right now. So she doesn't really have access to a printer. So took a little while, but we got it signed. And then we decided we're going to switch up, which I will go into more detail in a second. But we are changing how we're doing things, mainly financial reasons. So I gave her a list of all the other ones that I planned to get later. And I'm like, I'm just going to take them out now. So we're still trying to work that out because some of the pieces she has that are like 300 DPI. And I don't know if that's a high enough resolution that once it gets rendered and pixelated into squares, if those dots are going to fuzz or not. So I have to contact the manufacturer tonight. They came back yesterday. I actually messaged them and I'm like, I think you're back from your holiday. I hope it went well, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I have some questions for you. Um, so she's like, "You're so punctual. Like, we just came back today. Today's my first day back in the office. And I was going to message you, but here you are." And I'm like, I feel like a pain in the ass right now. And I'm sorry. I thought you said the 29th. um, oh, Shopee, I couldn't sleep on a plane. I would snore. Hi, Ashley. Abigail, isn't there a second book? And no worry, Carol. Sorry I missed your call. I was trying to get a nap in before this. Okay, so there's another artist. I'm not going to say her name yet. That one, I think I'm going to just do 5 images to start with. She's already said she's good with the 5. I sent her the agreement this morning. I'm just waiting for it to be signed. And then I can announce that artist. I'm going to start with her 5 and see how they do. And then maybe later, if they're performing well and people like her, then I'll probably license more. But I'm stopping at the artists that we have. Heather requires an upfront fee as well as a percentage, lower percent than most of the other ones get. So I'm probably going to hold off on any more from her. Floral Lovers. I'm getting ready to start on his face right now. And this part, I'm going to like do his face, do her face, and that'll give me a good idea. And then I have to finish the row because I want to see how her necklaces look. So if his face are good and her face are good, then yay. But I also want to check the necklaces and make sure that they look like necklaces before I do anything with it. That is Heather's partner, Mysticos. So he also has an upfront fee. So I've already paid for this piece. It's still going to come out, but it's going to come out differently. Okay, so I've talked to CJ. I've talked to Karen before we went live on Monday on Laura's channel. I let Karen know that we're thinking about changing things up. What do you mean an update with that sign? Wait, what? I got it yesterday. You want to see it? Because I was going to show all my goodies that I bought yesterday at Hobby Lobby. Well, I didn't buy Craftably, but there's pretty pens in there. And I got this sign. Your opinion matters. Not to me, but I'm sure to someone somewhere. Thought it was funny. So I put it on my desk. I'm going to have to figure something out if I work on bigger projects because my desk has no space. So I let Karen know we're going to be changing things up and that she should anticipate a list. CJ knows to anticipate a very long list. And CJ's constantly making new stuff. So I'm going to have to constantly be like, okay, I want this one. I want this one. I want this one. But we're going to pre-orders. Me trying to anticipate, I am very anxious. Yeah, it has a little hangy tab thing. I would hang it behind me, but it's just a freaking shower curtain. But it was like $6.99 at Hobby Lobby. Hi, Mia. So we're doing pre-orders. All the artists that we have, I'm stopping on artists because I want to make sure that they're getting their time and their spotlight. And I know there's certain people who really like Karen and not so much the other stuff, or people who really like CJ and not so much the other stuff. So as I start seeing sales winding down, where people who really like this artist are trying, like, ending their collection of what they want, then I'll probably add a few more artists. But right now, I feel like I've got a diverse group and a small group that I can highlight and focus on. So we're going to do pre-orders. I'm going to get a list over the next month. Yeah, I love to sign. I don't have it in here, but I got a mug from Hobby Lobby. And it was like something about confetti or something. I don't know. And I have another sign that I got from Hobby Lobby, but there's no room on my desk anymore. Thankfully, this one's a little one, so I can squeeze it somewhere. So I'm going to spend this month going through all of their websites or Etsy or whatever and making a list of everything we want. I will be getting them to our manufacturer. I've already talked to the manufacturer. There's an MOQ of 1. So the way I'm planning to do it is at least on the first Monday of every month, I will place an order. If we get to a point where we have like 15 or 20 orders and it's the middle of the month, and I might go ahead and just put that in instead of waiting until the next Monday. But I just want it to be, I need the alcohol. I don't need the mug. I'm going to talk about that too. Anna only wants to do the 2 to start and see how it goes. So she's only going to have the 2 images for right now, and then we can revisit, and hopefully she'll let me license more later. But yeah, I'm going to order on the first Monday. So if you want the shortest wait time as possible, then that week leading up to that Monday is the prime time to order. For this month of February, let me get back. Floral Lovers. I still have 10 that I had paid for, but I'm still trying to figure it out. So what I've done is Koi Mermaid by Karen that I posted this morning, the rendering of. I transferred payment on that. So it was 10 of Koi Mermaid, which Shay is going to get one. I am definitely keeping one. And then we're donating to Mermaids of Magic, but I don't know if they're going to pick the mermaid or not. So I have to hold it just in case that's the one that whoever wins that wants. Because they might pick Lady Dragon instead. So I'm only going to have 7. So as soon as that comes in, I will send Shay hers as soon as Shay gets her unboxing up. Either right after or like the next half hour to give people a little bit of time to watch it, like the next half hour or hour after it goes up, then we will list Koi Mermaid on the website. Once they sell out, I'm not going to have any more in-house, but you can still always pre-order it. Okay. And then with the pre-orders, I'm starting with once a month, but if we're getting enough orders, like I said, if we get to like 15, 20, and if that's something that's happening all the time, then I'll add another date mid-month. For now, I'll just play it by ear. Like whenever I'm like, okay, this is a good amount. But we always do express shipping. We have always done express shipping. So it takes like 5 days to get to us once it leaves China. So I don't want to do that for like 3 paintings. It just doesn't seem worth it. But if there's enough of orders coming in through the middle of the month, then I'll add another date. Love you, Sophie. Be safe. Give Rafa Dory lots of kisses. So right now, the closest that you get to the first week of Monday, and that'll start in March. So the first March of Monday is when we'll start putting orders in on demand. Um, and we might order one or two over if certain ones are popular just to have in house and ready to ship. But trying to anticipate the ones I think are going to be popular are not turning out to be popular. And we've got so much overstock sitting, and the credit card for the business is running out of finances. So doing it this way will allow us to have the money up front to send to the manufacturer to pay for everything, and any of our profit will go back into paying down the credit card. We are also probably in March going to price down everything that we have in stock that we have a lot of quantity on. We're probably going to mark that down. I told Matt, like, even if we end up with the same amount of money that the artist makes per kit, like, we just need this stuff to move. So yeah, I showed Abigail because she loves Persephone, and that first one is Persephone from Amelia. So I showed it to Abigail, and Abigail was like, "Oh my god, I've been following her for forever." Yes, Bev. I chose March because it's your birthday month, and your pre-birthday month I'm preparing. So yeah, they're working on Koi Mermaid, and then there's one of Aquamarine because I had already talked to Angie's Crafting Corner or something. I can't remember what the name of the account is. Canadian Angie. We had already discussed her being the one to preview Aquamarine, and she has ordered another painting and some scoops, and Aquamarine is coming with special, I'm adding drills to that one if people want to use them. So I have one copy of that one coming, so I can send that off to Angie. And then after that, like, once they've got it rendered and printed and it's in transit to me, I'm gonna just start sending them all the images that we have to get quick renders and figure out size and all that stuff, ABs and all that. And they'll just, Matt will probably add them to the website, but I'm gonna see if there's a way he can not list it until we've got a good amount. But yeah, February is going to be spent just working on that, and then March is, you guys have a free for all with whatever you like. So I will place the order the first Monday of the month. Normally, from the 3 waves so far that we've gotten, from the time that I've paid for shipping, which I paid for shipping and for the paintings for the Koi Mermaid this morning, from the time that I pay and place the order and I pay for it, it's about 2 weeks for them to print everything, get it all packaged, and me to have it at my house. And then it shouldn't take more than a week for me to package it up. But I'm giving myself a buffer. So if you're ordering right before that Monday, I want to say about 4 week wait period before you have it. Um, also, um, I've left my artists open internationally. So the contract or the agreement says that we get first rights and we're the only ones allowed to license in North America that's based in North America or distributing to North America. But that way, if a company in Australia or Europe wants to license them, okay, Mia, if someone wants to license them in a different continent, they're open to that. But as of right now, none of our artists have that opportunity. So I have asked our manufacturer about drop shipping for international, and they can do that. They said it'll be a little slower mail wise because they don't do the express shipping for drop ship. It's the boat. But they will do drop ships for international. So that'll make it more affordable for international people. You would just get in contact with me privately, and then I will find out from our manufacturer the pricing details and everything. And then I'll probably have Matt make a listing specifically for that person, and it'll come straight to your house. The only thing is, the magnets, the cover minders. I can't send the thank you cards and the cover minders if it's being drop shipped directly from the manufacturer. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do there. I know our manufacturer has other little knick-knacky things like ornaments or whatever. So I might look into that and have that thrown in as a thank you gift, because clearly that stuff does not cost a lot of money. But it's still a sign of gratitude. So I don't want certain people to get it and other people not to get the sign of gratitude. I can send e-cards, but then again, there's still no magnet. So I would like something to replace it. And then I was like trying to figure it out. Like, we could do maybe a discount code, but like 5% is nothing. Like, that's a joke, basically. So yeah, I'm going to have to find out from our manufacturer what little trinket things that they have that we can maybe throw in, that we add as a gift, since we can't do the starfish magnets and all that. Yeah, I feel like most won't really care about the magnet. They're just a starfish magnet, but still, like, it's a symbol. I think that's the part that's important, is I don't want that the symbol of it to be taken away. Yeah, maybe, Rosie. So yeah, like, when people order from us, we get their email address. So I was gonna send like an e-card or gratitude, but I'd like to have something physical that they can see that's a sign. But I'll figure that out when we get our first international. That's not Canada or Germany, because apparently someone from Germany ordered yesterday. I don't know how much. Mia, it is. Unfortunately, it is. We had to send replacement drills to Elisa and Bev. Bev's was a little bit more expensive because I added a whole bunch of special scoop drills for her as a thank you for always hosting for us. But the envelope for Elisa, it's a padded envelope, and it weighed 0.3 ounces, and it was $15. And that's using Pirate Ship, which discounts it. So Yeah. I don't know if they have charms. I know they have like little, um, like the little novelty pens that's like a lipstick or whatever, but it's a diamond painting pen. And then they have like ornament stuff. And she keeps trying to get me to get the ornament stuff. And I'm like, most people don't want the ornaments, they want full paintings. But I might find out how much those are to have them include them in anything that's drop shipped. Yay, their blue brother is coming. You'll have the whole collection. So yesterday, we started talking about the pre-orders this week. Got Matt on board because Matt was ready to just scrap it entirely. He said on Saturday night, like, we can't keep doing this. Yeah, Elizabeth, like little things that they can hang, that they can diamond paint. There's 6, Abigail, I believe. There's like a dark pink, a light pink, a peach, a yellow, a blue, and a purple. Yeah, things have gotten crazy. Like $15 for a padded envelope with some drills and a card. Squishy jelly like ones. Oh, yeah. People are gonna have to keep, like, if you have a whole bunch of paintings from us and you're missing a color of magnet, let me know so that next time you order a painting, I can give you that color. So we started talking on Saturday after launch. It didn't go well at all, which it's January. I've heard January is a tough month. But Matt was like, we can't keep doing this. We're hemorrhaging money. And I just was like, I know. And it's something he's brought up before after waves of kits. And I'm like, I mean, you don't want to do pre-order. So I am having to anticipate, and I'm not a fortune teller. So I talked to him on Monday, and I was like, let's see if we can maybe do some pre-orders. If I can get it out in like 4 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, whatever, like, because we use the express shipping, then we should be fine. We haven't had any issue. Like, the only thing that's ever happened when things were getting shipped to us was it got to Alaska, and instead of clearing customs, it went back to Japan for a day and then went back to Alaska and then cleared customs. So it just took an extra day longer. But we've never had anything get lost or anything. And Mia, if I'm going to put like a cover reminder, I would have to wrap it so that it's not getting banged. Because if it's getting thrown around, then things are going to chip off of it. Yeah, Abigail, just keep me updated on what colors you don't have, because I can't keep track of everybody. I'm trying. So he's on board because I was like, they'll be printed to order, so we won't be losing money. We're only ordering what's already been paid for. I'm not gonna get boxes in and just let them sit here. Like, the second they come in, they're gonna start going right back out. So I got him on board. So then yesterday we figured out, like, what do you think of like letting people know this is the day every month that we're going to place the order. So if you want the shortest wait time, then the closer to that day, the better. Because if you say the 5th is on Monday and you order on the 7th, then there's a good chance you're going to have to wait until the 5th of the next month for that order to even go in, and then the 4 weeks start. So that's like 8 weeks. Yeah. And we're also going to discount it a little bit. Yes. When I was packing orders, I'm like, Carol Blue, Carol Blue, Carol Blue. So as soon as I saw your name, I was like, Blue Magnet. We're also going to discount them a little bit because my main concern is having enough to pay back the debt that we've already incurred and pay the artists. And if we just end up with a couple of bucks, then we end up with a couple of bucks. Like, I don't care. I just don't have the room. I can't add more. I can't keep doing this because we're running out of space. But yeah, as people find us, and if images are popular, then we might do 1 or 2 more of that one just to have in hand. So we'll have a section that's like ready to ship. And whether people want ready to ship, but they also want something to order and they're like, just hold it, that's totally fine. We can do that. I'm being flexible. But yep, our vendor came out yesterday. Thank you, Carol. I talked to our vendor yesterday. They'll do dropship for international. I only have to order 1. So everything works out on that end to do it this way. Floral lovers, once I get the coloring figured out, which I really hope that I have it figured out, but the only thing is I gave them DMCs to change. Like the hot pink, there's 2 particular shades of bright pink that I knew were going to be a problem. So I'm like, here's some brown DMCs that I know of. Can you just change them? And I think, like, what's the brightest pink, the way that the face blends, the brightest pink should be the darkest brown, not the lighter brown, but they switched it. So I'm like marking up the canvas, like this symbol should be this needs to be this. So if that works out, I just need to have them swap where they are, but that'll be an easy fix. And then that'll go up on the website. And people can pre-order that. I have issues with anxiety, and I try very hard to remember everything to the point that I stress myself out. Like I'm reminding myself when I don't need to remind myself. Ashley, let's make sure you like it first, because I might have to play around with the colors some more. It might be a while. But once I have the colors for sure firmed out, then yes. I need to contact him too, because we paid him the $150, but the agreement hasn't been signed by him yet. So I might need to contact Heather and be like, yo, can you get him to sign this? Because I can't do anything with his work if it's not signed. And I've paid him $150. So I'm going to need my money back if we can't do anything with it. Hobby Lobby. And it's like laminated cover. So went to Hobby Lobby yesterday. And so like there's January. There's the first page. Let me put a February because I've already started. So there's February. First page, it just says notes, like holidays this month, special occasions, birthdays. So special occasions, like any events that we'd be donating or anything, I will put there in that area so I can keep track. Then there's like a regular one. So like here on the second, it says ordered mermaids. And then it goes weekly. Cooter, come to mine. Come to Pooler, Georgia, Hobby Lobby, and I will get you one. So then again here on the 2nd, I put placed order 10 koi mermaid, 1 aquamarine. So starting in March, I will put the 5th on, or not the 5th, the Monday, I will put place order. And then on that day in the weekly part, then I will list out everything that I ordered. And then the last page per month is just like lined notebook paper. So here I will have a list of each painting that I have ordered and who it's going to. So when the paintings come in, I have something physical in front of me already that I have an idea of what's going to who where. Because I want to be on top of it, and it'll make me feel better to just be like, okay, the diamond paintings are here. Let me go to that page and see who's getting what and start packing these. So I'm not going to be doing like all the fancy bullet journaling stuff, but at least it keeps me in check. Yeah, Rosie, you should be able to. I know Hobby Lobby is like exclusively American. But you're in the US, so I'm sure you could find one that would ship. But that particular one's out of stock. They have another one that's smaller. I think it was like 21. This one was like $32.99, I think. And then I got these pens. I don't know why, because I got these pens, but I like stationery and pretty things, and these were $1.99. Ollie! Oh my gosh, I miss you. I miss you and Jaw. You both disappeared. I know Jaw's doing her doctor shit, but still, I miss you guys. So I don't know why I ordered these. But then I got these Jelly Roll Metallics at Hobby Lobby. So then I'm like doing Knox. I'm doing all different colors so that my planner is happy to look at. And I have too many things in my pencil holder, and I don't have room for another pencil holder. So my Craftably pouch is holding all my pens. So yeah, that's how things are going to go. Carol, I never had them before, and they had some that were like swirly, and I was like, maybe I'll get these. But then I was like, but some of the colors were like lemon lime, and I'm like, what if that's so light you can't read it? Because it works on white or black paper. So I'm like, let me just get these. And I like them so far. Ale, they're doing great. Matt's doing well. He is planning on doing pens again soon. He'll be open for a promotion. I think like just now he hit the time where he can get a promotion, but he's waiting for a specific position, which will happen at some point over the next year or two. So he's waiting for a certain position to open up, and then he'll go for that. And they're pretty much preparing him for that. Okay, Carol, I didn't get the white. I just got the metallic ones, but I like them. I was right before I took my nap. I was starting my calendar. And Aiden's doing really well. Oh, speaking of Aiden, that's what I've been saying, because Matt's been giving me crap about the paintings, and I'm like, well, I wasn't aware that Lazy River wood turning was going to just be Lazy River diamond painting. Like, the business started and grew because of the pens. You can't just switch up and expect it to be as popular. People still want pens, and we can recoup some of our money that we're losing if you're turning pens, because we have I I think he has like 300 or 400 blanks out there in the garage. So we don't have to buy blanks. We have a ton of blanks. So yeah, he says he's planning on doing it soon. I need to get my butt in gear. I need to get more motivated, being completely honest. It's been hard to get motivated ever since the back surgery stuff. So I'm still not the best at taking care of household chores, and I need to get on that more so that he has more time to do pens. But also he needs to stop playing WoW so much. So yeah, he's going to be doing pens. A is doing great with the new meds. It's like the same thing. Nothing's really changed, but he's been forgetting to take it a couple of days in the past week. And then he struggles through school. And then on Monday, I had a doctor's appointment because I got probed last week. Well, I keep telling Laura, who is with a contractor at our house right now, that's why she's not here. I keep telling Laura, like, this is why I didn't want him playing WoW, because that's all he wants to do. So she's getting on his shit more. She's like, you don't need to play WoW all the time. So, hey, Morgana, my prostitute, what was it? Is it a witch or a prostitute? Something like that you said whenever a character is named Morgana. I know for sure a prostitute was one of them. A prostitute, like Bev says. So I need to get better about doing laundry and all that stuff so that Matt can focus more on being out there. I got some cleaning stuff to help me clean. Like there's a wand. Well, it's going to sound dirty coming from me. Anyway, it's like either handheld or like a full stick like a mop, but it's electronic. You charge it and it has different types of brushes. So instead of me having to bend over the bathtub and hurt my back and kill myself for 3 or 4 days and not be able to get out of bed, I can just use that full size mop length thing and let the battery clean for me. So I recently got that, but we've had orders and that was taking precedence. But now that the orders are pretty much out, I need to start cleaning up around the house. Aiden's doing well. There was issues with a friend. I've talked about it before, where this friend requires a lot of affirmation, I guess. Like he requires constant contact, and if it's not happening, then he thinks something's wrong and he starts stressing and he thinks that Aiden's mad at him about something. And Aiden's very chill, laid back. He's like, if I'm busy and I don't feel like texting, then I'll just text you tomorrow or whatever. So the two of them had a falling out where their communication styles just were not working, and they decided they weren't going to talk outside of ABA. This was right after Christmas. I found out yesterday that they've actually been texting since January 10th. And I guess yesterday when I pulled up at ABA, I was on the phone with Carol, and this kid, he came up to the car and he was just standing outside the car, and I was like, this is weird. So I hung up with Carol and I opened the window and he's like, are you guys mad at me? And I was like, no, why would we be mad at you? And I'm like, I'm sad that things didn't work out for you guys, but it seems like you're on opposite ends of the spectrum where your communication styles are so vastly different. And that's why you guys are here. You're at ABA because you're trying to grow and learn how to cope with people who aren't the same as you, and deal with different things. So, hopefully with time. Hi, Angie. So, hopefully with time, we can get both of you to a place where we're working with you to help you compromise. True, Cooter. We could do that. Because I feel like if I were like, I'm going to go clean the house, Matt would be like, I'm going to help you clean. So we could do that. Aiden has chores he has to do every day. That's part of ABA. They're starting to work with him on his laundry and folding and stuff. So ABA is amazing, guys. So I was like, we just need you guys to kind of grow and bridge the gap and learn how to compromise. And it just sounds like you guys aren't quite there yet. And there's still hope for someday, but it doesn't seem like right now is the time. Not knowing that they've been texting this whole time. And I don't know if the other kid's mom knows, but I know. Yeah, Bev, I do what I want. Don't tell me my business, devil woman. So I don't know if his mom knows, but the lady who's been working with Aiden didn't know. Well, more than one person works with Aiden, but she's the one that oversees the staff that works with Aiden, and she's the one that writes his plans and stuff. And same for the one that's working with the other child, and I didn't know. So I guess yesterday there was some cattiness. You know what? Angie's Hannah now. So yesterday, I guess the kid was kind of short with Aiden and they couldn't really figure out why, and then find out that they've been texting. So I'm like, dude, like, you gotta tell the adults, because as far as the adults know, we don't know that you guys are talking. And if left to your own devices and we're not actively trying to help you guys make this friendship work, you're just going to keep running into the same circle over and over again. And it seems like that's happening. Like, Aiden didn't respond one night because he had gone to bed, and their kid got upset. So we're planning a meeting. Between the parents and the therapists. I don't know if the kids are going to be there, but just so that we can all work together to facilitate helping this friendship and helping them see the other perspective, so that they don't end up arguing all the time just because they don't agree. Okay. Well, Cooter, that's the thing. Like, we don't really fight. We don't really fight about it. He just does it. And I've been taking advantage of that too much. So he just does it. And I know that I'm not doing my part. So I stopped saying things to him about doing pens, because I'm like, who am I to give him shit because he's doing the things that I should be doing? And then I bought the electronic things so that it could help me with like cleaning the bathroom and the kitchen and everything. And he's like, why'd you have to do that? Like, I could do it. But last time he cleaned the shower, he was in pain for a few days. So I'm like, you can't do it either. Like, we're getting old. So we need some assistance in getting these chores where you have to get down on your hands and knees. But yeah, it'll probably be like, he cleans his own stuff, his desk and everything, because he piles shit on there. But if he can clean the dog's room, because the crates need to get picked up and moved so that we can vacuum, I'll do our room. Aiden's room is gonna have to be a family project because we need to throw out so much shit in there. Aiden's like a hoarder. Um, I need to get better about dishes and laundry. Sometimes I do laundry, sometimes I don't. We have a robot vacuum cleaner. It's named Bob. You guys, you're just reminding me that I have like the perfect husband. um, but yeah, I know he would do division of labor. So if like he can do the bathroom and I'll do the kitchen. And then he's like, all I really want you to do is like clean the dining table. Mind you, he's had like resin stuff on this dining table for a year. And I'm like, can you move your shit? Because I'm cleaning around it. Yes, Carol. Carol's like, we got good, man. Dennis is the best. Yeah, Rosie. Exactly. That's why like it made me really sad when they fell out because they had actually like gone on a bro date. They went to go see Black Adam. Um, the day our first wave of kits dropped. We had forgotten because they had planned like weeks in advance. So we had forgotten that they were planning to go to this movie and it ended up being the same day as the wave of kits, and then we decided to do scoops. So Matt had to drive them, but I was so excited because they were like, "Oh, you got to ask mom permission," because they were planning it and with Matt, and I'm like, "What do you mean? Like, I'm gonna say yes. This is the first normal teenage kid that he's asked to do. Of course, I'm going to say yes." Um, so when things didn't work out, it made me really sad because I was like, he finally like had a friend that he was talking to quite a bit. So I do want them to be friends, but I also know that they need help if they're going to make this friendship work. Um, so, you guys want to hear a funny story? Some of you have already heard it. Like Elizabeth and Abigail and Cooter have already heard this story. But yeah, for real, like they're the best, and I need to be nicer to Matt. Um, no, Carol. No, it's something with Aiden yesterday. Um, Aiden made Matt laugh so hard he almost threw up. And I'm kind of confused because my 15-year-old son is acting more like he's my husband's bro than he's acting like he's our child. So I'm going to tell the story, even though no one's told me if they want to hear it or not. Matt and I were on TikTok yesterday because we have like Charlotte Dobre, Call Me Chris, and some of Selena Spooky Boo's videos. Like Matt and I watch that together, and then we'll watch whatever shows that we're watching. So we were watching those, and then it was like 8 o'clock already. And Matt's like, I don't have an hour show in me, and we don't have any half-hour shows we're watching right now, so we can do TikTok for a little while. So we were doing TikTok, and if you're not on TikTok, I'm sure you see it on Instagram too. Like everyone's doing these AI filters so that it takes their face and it scans it and it filters them into an AI image. And all of these people are like, that does not look like me, but it does. Like it looks exactly like them. So one of the TikToks we came across was like a doctor saying like, the reason why you think it doesn't look like you is because it's showing you how other people see you. So you know how like when you look in the mirror, that's what you're used to seeing. So anything that reverses that image and how the rest of the world sees you is like weird for you to look at because you never just see yourself that way. That's what this AI filter does. It shows you what everyone else sees. So Matt grabbed my phone and it had the AI filter thing on there. So he was like, use this feature. And I'm like, what, you want to see what it does? I don't know what happened. It did not look like him. And it made him have black hair, a thick black mustache. His facial features look nothing like him. And then it was like this fancy army but regal garb and then a crown. And he looked like a dictator, like Mussolini. And I'm like, why did it make you a dictator? Like, why do you look like a dictator? And I'm laughing. And Matt goes, I don't know. You're the taster. But he actually says the whole thing. So he had an S in there. And was like, you're the taster. And I laugh. And all of a sudden we hear like a really light rap on the door. And Matt's like, yeah. Letting Aiden know he can open the door and come in. And Aiden just goes, I heard that through the door. And we die laughing. Both of us. Matt couldn't breathe. He was going to throw up. Aiden came in the room and he was all smiling like he thought it was hilarious. And I'm like, anyone's 15-year-old son would be like, ew, that's so gross. Don't talk about that. Like, especially with your parents. But no, Matt was like, that. Aiden was like, that was a good one. That was a good one. I like that. I like that. And Matt was like, what exactly did you hear? And then Aiden's just looking like a deer in the headlights. And I'm like, he can't repeat it back. He's not going to say it because he's going to get in trouble saying it. And Aiden just goes, taster? And Matt's like, yep, he definitely heard that. And he was like, I love you guys. Like, Aiden was like, I love you guys. Like, he was so happy. I was like, what? What? Oh my God. So I was dying yesterday. And then I asked Matt, like, is it okay if I tell them tomorrow about this? And he was like, oh, absolutely, you better. And he's like, I can't wait to go to work and tell all the guys at work. Yeah, it was just like, I love you guys. That was so funny. I love you. When he came to say goodnight, he was all like happy and proud of himself. And he's like, I make daddy laugh so much. And I was like, yeah, you're acting like you're his bro more than you're his kid. And he was like, why can't I be both? I'm like, I'm ready for you to like give daddy a handshake and be like, congratulations, good job on having a D-taster. Oh my God, this kid. He's 15, but sometimes. Because I know if I overheard that shit when I was 15, I would have been horrified. I would have been like, oh no. Pretend like I didn't hear anything. Grossed out, nightmare fuel. But no, Aiden just like, that was a good one. That was funny. So. I was like, I don't know. When he was like, I heard that. Like, I gasped, but at the same time, I'm like, Matt was loud. Like, he wasn't even trying to be quiet. What did we expect? But then Ian thought it was funny, so it was funny. Sorry, I keep getting YouTube notifications for all of my true crime stuff. Let me check something. Okay. So it's been an hour and I have to actually take care of dishes. It's not official, but let me show you some. Because it's not official, as in she hasn't signed it, but she's already like, yep, I'm in. And I told her the images that I wanted, and she said that she was in. So Kitsune, jellyfish, Aquarius, this one just says L33. That's just what it's called. And this is my favorite one. I don't know. No one's really been into it, but I love this one. All is better with a mustache. So I'm starting with these 5 from this artist. She's got a bunch of other stuff, but a lot of it's like more monochrome and not very colorful. I chose like the more colorful ones that had a background and everything. But I want to see how those 5, if they're popular or not. And if they are, then I'll ask her about licensing more images. But that is the last artist that we're planning on. Unless, I mean, there's artists that I talked to months ago. Like, she was one of them. I talked to her months ago, and then I didn't really hear anything. And with us doing waves, I wasn't quite ready to release her stuff yet. So I wasn't going to contact her until I was at the point where I'm like, okay, I can release it in the next month or 2. But then she, out of the blue, contacted me. So there's other people that I've been in touch with that I haven't heard from in a while that might reach back out. But I'm not actively looking for anything else right now. So those will be on there. There'll be a bunch from CJ. There'll be a bunch from Karen. I know when I first licensed Karen, I had to go through because she has a lot of draw this in your style. Oh, is it the Happy Planner? I didn't even look at the company. It says Agenda 52 is the manufacturer. So, I don't know. And then it has a pocket. And it matches my shower curtain. Can you see a theme of what I like? When I signed Karen, I had to go through because she had a lot of draw this in your style, and since it's not her concept, licensing that is iffy, and then you'd have to ask the original person whose concept it was for their permission, and that's just messy. So I went through and looked at all of her original stuff, and there was like 13. I do need a shower curtain sweater. I need to find one. So that way you guys don't have to look at me. I'll cover my head. And I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, yeah. Karen, there was like 13 or something, maybe 17, so in the teens somewhere, of images that I wanted a license from her that were her original artwork. So I have to go through hers. Bryn, I have a few more pieces. I don't know if there's that many more, but because she doesn't have a lot to choose from. But yeah, I messaged Bryn and she's down. So I just have to get their lists, update the licensing agreements because it's on Google Drive, so I can just add them to the original if they're okay with that. And after the mermaids start getting shipped out, then I'll start sending images to our manufacturer. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna head out so I can get the dishes taken care of before Matt and Aiden get home. And I will see you guys later. I'm gonna try to go to Jenny's live tonight. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. I love you. Thank you so much for understanding and supporting us. And I love you. Bye.